Welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Online Let's Play. The last time I went out and I said that we were going to continue that mission later, and it looked like the mission was at the end. So we're just going to continue on. I've got some rewards I have to collect here. And this is something that we can actually take a look at, because when you level up, you can get, because I've got development rank 1 now, and I can actually go into the store and purchase a duty officer. So I've got access to all of these different duty officers. You may notice that I can purchase any of these guys except for these, which are kind of classed as level 2. I do not have enough tier 2 development duty officers. So let's pick a gravimetric scientist because... Okay, so that's done. Now I have to contact Lieutenant Farah again, because I now have a duty officer pack that I can open up. So let's go into here, and there's the duty officer pack. We opened it up, and now I have new duty officers. You may see in my roster I have 45. Now I got some things I got to go through here real quick too. I can actually add different duty officers to active ground and active space. So, like for instance, active space, I want a weapons engineer. Space chance to reduce the time to recharge when using subsystem targeting attacks. These are little buffs that will help you. Some of the duty officers, you may notice, are more geared to space, and some are more geared to ground. Like for instance, this is a good one because I like using photon torpedoes. Chance to reduce the time to recharge torpedoes, so I'm going to use that one. This one here, space chance to reduce the time to recharge when using subspace targeting systems. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Going here, recharge time reduced for engineering team and buff. I'm just going to take a quick boo here at my... So I've got not much in the way of engineering, so... Chance to reduce recharge time for deflector abilities. Debuff targets offensive damage with sensor scan. Oh, we'll use that. Okay. Recharge time reduced on all transwarp abilities. That could be good, but I'm not going to worry about it. And chance to create an aftershock gravity well. I am going to use that. Okay, I've got 3 positions here. I've got 2 more. I'm just going to take this one because you never know. Transwarp might come in handy. And I'm going to use this one. So, those will all give me added bonuses to my space abilities. Now I can go in here and I can do some stuff with ground. So I've got increased damage versus Vaudoir, increased damage versus Vaudoir. I'm not meeting any Vaudoir anytime soon, so I'm not going to worry about that. If I go into security, chance to beam down an additional security escort when using security team. I need to check here real quick. I'm going to close this out. I cannot access security, so I'm not going to worry about that. Chance to beam down additional security. Chance to beam in an additional phaser disruptor or phaser turret. Let's see. No. Ground increased duration of gas and tricorder scan debuffs. Chance to beam down additional medical support when using a hypo. Yes, we'll definitely use that one. On use of medical tricorder or vascular regenerator, chance to increase your maximum hit points. I might use that. I can't remember if we can use certain crew or not to do certain things. Like I can't remember if the bridge officers if that will affect the bridge officers as well. But anyway, I'll use that one. We'll permanently bind them to your... Yeah, sure. I'll use that one. Yeah, sure. And I'll use that one. Okay, so now I've got 5 in active space and 5 in active ground, and I have an additional 5 for using someplace else. You may notice too, I've also got an open slot that's popped up here. That means that's because my beams are level 2. So I'm gonna just continue leveling up these. I'm not using cannons right now. I will use projectiles. So there we go. I've got 2 of those all ready to go. And I'm just going to fill up as much of these as I possibly can. And then we're going to head off to Drozana Station. It's looking like I'll be able to get 3. Or maybe 4. Possibly 5. Some of these I might fail. I'm not really too concerned about that. Okay. No, I can't do anything there. Oh, wait. Yes, I can. I can. 1 medical. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, not 6. Provisions. Yeah, that's one of the things that is kind of annoying when you go to check out what your deputy or your department heads can assist you with in duty rosters, and you need to go to the replicator. Kind of sucks that you end up losing you lose all of that type of stuff. Oh, I need to go here. Oh, look at this. I forgot. I'm level 20. So that means I get to a Delta Recruit Equipment Choice Package. So I'm going to claim that. I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to go to my Delta Recruit package and see what it is. I get ground gear, space weapons, space equipment, or a space console. You know what? I'm going to take a space console, which is quite usable. So I'm going to put that on my engineering console because it actually gives me more defense. So, okay, now we're going to get out of here. We're going to finally go off to Drozana Station. I hope you all enjoyed that little soiree into some extra stuff there. A little bit of a break from the missions while we're watching things here, but that helps with experience and advancing in certain areas. For example, yes, you get experience when you're doing the duty officer missions and so on and so forth, but you also gain a little bit of dilithium, which I have to go into now, and I have to see how much I can refine. 640. You may notice here when I hover over this, it tells me how much dilithium I have refined and how much additional I can refine, which is 7,380. I think that's 80. No, it could be 60. 7,360. Not that I'm too concerned. Oh yes, it was 60. I should have looked at the other one. For me, you might be able to see this, but for me, the font size is a little bit just a touch small. You can actually change your font size in your chat options. If I go into here, and actually, where is there's font scale right here, so I can actually increase that. But that just increases the chat window, which is fine. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to continue on with the missions. So, but it is an advisable idea to go through your entire HUD system and make any changes that you need to make that are suitable for you. And I may do that in another episode where I may actually go through all the different HUD changes that you can make. Because it's a good idea to make things comfortable for you when you're playing the game, no matter what the game is. So now we're going to beam back down to Drozana Station, which I also classify as lag central. Very bad. It does get very bad for lag. and it's something that can be problematic. It depends. But usually when I'm in an instance of my own missions or something along those lines, it's not too bad. We come back here. This is familiar. So now I've only got two individuals here that I can go with. So I've got a beam in. So I'm going to take an extra heavy hitter, and I'm going to take my engineer. I could have taken a science officer and an engineer, but that's fine. So now we're right back where we started. I have to go back to the past. So let's take a look with ops. A properly modulated energy discharge should allow us to use this portal to follow the Davidians back through time. In other words, let's shoot it. Take the portal to the past. There we go. That was fast. Okay. Everything old is new. We're still in Drozana Station, sir, just in the past. We need to be very careful here, Captain. If we damage the station or injure anyone, we could damage the timeline irrevocably. Even if Drake doesn't care about the Temporal Prime Directive, we should. We're still Starfleet officers, after all. Okay, there's our first introduction with temporal mechanics. We're still in the computer core, Captain. Strange. I wonder why there's nobody here. From what I remember about this time period, there should be someone here, even just a technician. If we find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. But using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult. Federation won't have developed ways to detect subspace variances that the Davidians use until almost a century from now. I'll make a list of equipment here that we can use to fine-tune Drozana Station's sensor array. We could probably find the regulator components somewhere near the computer core and an induction coil on the power system's level. So in other words, what you're saying is we're the ones to blame for the way Drozana Station is in the future. Oh. And look at this. Plant Delta... Okay, so that's how the data collector got there. You brought it. I know that you may not be entirely comfortable working with Section 31, but they've inadvertently enabled us to record centuries of data that will help us in our fight against the Iconians. Okay, so you may remember last mission, there was an Iconian fragment of information that appeared, and I was able to download the information. And we're going, this was put there by someone from the 23rd century, or from the 24th century, but it was in the 23rd. So the data is over a century old. However, that person obviously now was me. So, no wonder there's nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel are confined to quarters. Okay. So, we've got to override these doors. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now. I have to see if I can remember how to do this correctly. I go over here. Use power distribution console. Okay. So, Bank 1 is working. I've shut this down. I have to shut these down in a strange series. Okay, if I go up here and I run around here, I can come to... No, not a console. But I can come to another ramp. Okay, I can come to another ramp, and there's another console right here that I can deal with. Okay, bank... Switch memory in banks 1 and 3. Okay, I think that... Let me check it now. Working. Okay, continue. I think there's one down here. I'm just going to take a shortcut. I think I can switch this one on. Okay, check is working. Bank 2 is queued, and bank 3 is working. Okay. Bank 2 is queued, Bank 1 is queued, and Bank 3 is queued. So all that crap that I did, 4 not. Maybe not entirely. Because I do know that I have to get bank 2 working. Okay, switch memory in banks 1 and 2. Okay, they're both working. Now I believe I have to get bank 3 going. At some point in time, well, it will tell me that I can override this. Okay. It's queued. Okay, bank 1 is queued. Bank 2 is working. Bank 3 is queued. Okay, continue. This is so difficult. I hate doing this. Okay, I have to go back here and figure out, okay, what is this? Okay. Okay, 1 working. We may be here for a while, guys. I totally forgot what to do in this situation. There's probably somebody who has played this mission who is right now screaming in agony that their voice is so hoarse, going, you do this console, and then this console, and this console, and this console. And really, a lot of times it's just trial and error. Okay. Okay, that's that one. Okay. Okay, override interlocks on... Okay, so memory bank 1 is working. Okay, I need to get... No, I'm not going to do any resetting. Okay, bank switch memory 1. Okay, now I need to get bank 2. Oh, crap. How am I going to do this? Oh, wait. I know what I have to do. There we go. Okay. 1 and 2. There we go. Now we go back to this other one. See? I knew there was a way that I could do it. And you just use that other console to basically reset if you screw things up. There we go. Okay, that did it. The door should now open. And yes, it does. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm lost. I was stuck on the left of the station. Okay, right. I should get back up to the main station area then. But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous? You're right. Thanks. Okay, turn around and leave. Go away. That's the one thing that we can't just outright attack someone because... that would be wrong. Hi. Bye. So you have to use some, not really diplomatic measures, but okay. Found a duotonic. Okay, now we have to find a plank regulator. Okay, I'm reading a patrol team ahead. Okay, the question is, do I have to get into... No, I do not have to get into that. Oop, back up. Is there a patrol? Where's the patrol team? I thought you said there was a patrol team. Quick, is there anything in here I need? No. Okay, everybody out. Locking the door. Okay, the patrol team is probably up here. Maybe. They're right in there. Okay. Do I need to go in there? No, I do not. So the patrol team can stay in there. Okay, now. Okay, there is something in there. We are going to need it. So just go inside, and we'll see what we can find. More triolic waves. There must be Davidians somewhere on the station this time period. Hey, 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 hey! Normally, you can sneak up behind that person and knock them out. I'm going on a limb and I'm saying we use stun. Okay. For hardware access, disable all power taps before servicing. Discharge static electricity before contact. Okay. Disconnect power. Touch static discharge plate. And remove the computer monitor. Take plank regulator. I got it. Okay, I got it. That was the... Did I get it? Okay, now I have to go take a maintenance lift. I got it. We're good. We're good to go. Now I'm going to scan this gas. To celebrate, I'm going to scan some gas. Okay, we can obviously see where I need to go up here. Okay, that is not helping. But this does, because there is a door that is glowing off in the distance. That was the maintenance lift. Okay, there isn't power. This isn't the power distribution level, sir. Security's overridden the turbo lift. Okay. So now we have to find a way to get through. The door's been locked. And now we're going to take the Jeffries tube. Okay, another group of Starfleet officers ahead, sir. If we're cautious, we might be able to avoid them. Okay, use the command keys from near your bridge officers' portraits to direct their movements. Set their passive mode if you don't want them to attack. Okay, well, I'm thinking that we're going to have to. I'm going to switch to my little phaser pistol here, because I need to. Oh, you are right where I need to go, buddy. So, too bad, so sad, sorry. Ow! That's not fair. Or nice. Okay, so those guys aren't dead. I just knocked them out. Are you coming? Thank you. We are going to have a little bit of a difficult time here up ahead. There's some more security personnel. We'll see if we can sneak up on them a little bit. We have to be in that room. Whoa! Hey! I'm from the future. Oh, I guess that's not really going to help, is it? Everyone's setting that to stun, right? Because that would be really, really silly if it wasn't. Okay, override maintenance lift lock. Okay, lift lock is overridden. Now we have to, well, we didn't escape or overcome anyone. Okay, we have to go back this way. That was an optional. It was very apparent that we did not succeed in that one, though it is not telling me that I failed. Usually when it comes up as a fail, it shows up with an X beside it, and it shows up in red. So that obviously was not important to the story. Take the lift to the power distribution level. Here we go to the power distribution level. Sir, we should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power system. Okay. There's someone in medical dealing with some stuff. And there's a dead end, and now we have to go up here. Look who it is! You there, don't just stand there. Come over here and give me a hand. I'm not doing a very good Bones impersonation. People are dropping like flies in this station, and it's all I can do to keep up. We know who you are. I'm not going to ask you who you are. Some kind of illness is affecting the people on this station. Blue flashes and ghost stories. There's been... excuse me. Trying to talk like Bones really didn't do anything for my throat. Must be a reason for it. We need to stop it. People are dying here. Damn it. Okay, what do you need me to do? As far as I can tell, all of these people reported seeing strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have to, like, reinforcing a drain shield generator. Okay. I'm going through this. You can pause if you want to read it. I know what it is. Saving these lives is important, making sure that everything turns out the way it should. Okay, come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the wounded and all that stuff. Okay, so there's a wounded person over here. Scan neural patterns. Okay, scan neuron resting potential. Neuron resting potential 80 millivolts. Normal human neuron resting potential is 70. Scan neural sodium pump potassium gets damaged. Okay, scan and likely results hallucinations loss. Okay, so we've scanned him. Now there is someone else over here. I can't make heads or tails of it. I'm a tactical person. Okay, scan neural potential. Okay, 70 millivolts. Scan, okay. Scan neural, it's okay. I'm gonna guess a lot here. Let's see here. Whoa, come back here, McCoy. Bones. Running all over the place. Okay. Calibrate cortical stimulator. Okay, we need it at minus 70. We need that at plus 30. And we need it there. Okay, let's try it. Whoa. We need to get this to the station commander. Come on. Okay, we got to run over to the station commander now. This is one of the parts that's really cool. Where, yeah, they do, like, there is a lot of time, a great deal of temporal stuff in the Star Trek universe. So this is kind of cool that they're doing that. And look at the hairstyles, even look like they're from the 60s. Anyway, continuing on. We need to find an induction coil. And there is one that is over here. So we go through here. We're going to dipsy doodle our way down. We're going to go into here. And we're probably going to have to be facing off against somebody. Okay, so now Okay, everything fine? Everything fine? I have the coil, integrate the subspace field emitter into the dibbly-doo, the station scanners. So we're going to go back this way. Going to go over here. And there we go. It's working, sir. The emitter has adjusted the active scanners for the station. What do you make of these readings? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. If you would like to read it, hit pause. I know how it goes. Anyway, the comet is the key, sir, but we can't do anything about the comet without a ship, and I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to be able to do the job. Okay, continue. We gotta go back here. We gotta go back to use trialic energy to form a temporal portal. Fighting these guys. This is a little bit of a change because all of the other missions up to this point have been predominantly space. They've been a mix of space and okay, we have another problem. Okay, wait. Stop that. Okay, fine, we'll kill it. Okay. We don't have to. Okay, acquire a something or other dose of hydrolin from Dr. McCoy. Okay, we have to run back here and talk to Dr. McCoy. Excuse me. Yes, 24th century people running through. Actually, I have a friend. A friend? Yeah, a friend. Okay, you should never lie to your doctor or your bartender. Okay. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you came from. Okay. Return to our own time. All objectives in this area have been completed. We're going to be kicking it in Drozana Station for a little bit here. So that is something of interest that we're going to be dealing with. Okay, we're done. We're back on Drozana Station in our own time period. Okay, so the Driffin's Comet is the source of the trialic radiation. That explains a lot. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, and I get a phaser beam bank array. So I'm going to collect the congratulations. I am going to level up. And now it's Night of the Comet. A couple of things I'm going to do first. Going to refine some more dilithium. I now have over 1,200 dilithium that I have refined. And I'm going to go into here and I'm going to grab... Huh, look at that. I already have one. Huh. I'm going to grab something. I was going to grab something. Yes, phaser beam array. And I'm going to drop that there. Did I get like a... You know what would be really cool? What's this? That's a tactical. That's a phaser beam. Oh! Oh! Yes, I'm going to use that. And that as well. That's very nice. I did not know I had directed energy distribution manifold. Okay. I did not realize I had that. What's this? That's a field generator. Ooh. I didn't realize I had all these really cool things. I have another field generator, which I can't do anything with at this point in time. Okay. That's it. We're done. For now, though I am going to do one thing really, really fast. I'm going to level up. I have 10,000. Though that 10,000 gets spent really fast when you start using it. Okay. Special Forces. This skill improves all self-buffing tactical abilities, including power cell devices. Only buffs that are directly target to yourself are improved with this skill. Okay, we're going to do that. We're just going to dump one in there. Threat control increases your ground threat with your attacks. That is, when you attack a foe on the ground, that foe will be more likely to ignore its current target and attack you. No. No. No, no, no. No. Okay, back to space. I'm going to grab one of those, and I'm going to grab one of those. So now I have better tactical systems. I'm going to work on some of these other ones later. I'm going to dump one more into there. There we go. So I'm level 24 now. We're doing pretty good. We're only 6 levels away. It's really kind of disappointing in a way because, you know, I might actually never get to actually use my ship in battle, which would really suck. Oh, that would suck. Oh, and I can do this because I have completed one of those. I've got some contraband from the crew. Current map. I'm going to do a couple more of these. Yeah, sure, I got the energy credits to use. Actually, I have way more of these. Something that's cool about duty officer missions, if you find that you don't, like there's not a whole lot that you can do in one area, just leave that area and go to another. There will be a whole new list of duty officer missions for you that are going to be available. So that's one way of doing things. So what I'm going to do to finish off this episode is I'm going to cruise on over to the next mission point, and I'm going to attempt to fill up my duty roster list. So I've got that, and I've got that, and I can't do any of those, and I don't want to go buying from those things. I can do this one though. That's very good. Can't do any of those other ones though, which is fine. And that's pretty much done. I'm going to open this one up. Sure. And sure. Okay. 14, that's not bad. Oh, you may also notice that the ship stopped at that point. It treats your department heads like dialogue boxes, because the ship will stop when you attempt to, or when you're flying through space and the dialogue box pops up. So anyway, that's all the time we have for today. Well, not really that's all the time. It's more along the lines of that's the end of that mission, and we're going to be going into the next mission, which is going to be called Night of the Comet. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next time when we'll be chasing down a comet.